Okay, here we have 12 strategies to get as fat as possible in no time. Okay, so the first one is just drink as much beer as possible. Any alcohol, but especially beer. Second one, never exercise. Try to move as little as possible. So stay on the couch, watch TV, sedate yourself with like video games. Third one, get very little sleep. If you're watching Netflix, stay up, binge all night, stay up till like 2 a.m. Same with video games, play video games all night long. Constant soft drink. It's number 4. So instead of like eating proper meals, make sure that you always have like soft drink cans or soda at the ready, bottles, so you can just drink it and sip it constantly. Number 5, always have snacks and biscuits, like crackers, biscuits, all that stuff. Chips, bags of chips, always just eat that every few hours, even every hour if you like. Eat as much as possible. Number 6 is to eat no meat, go full vegetarian. Make sure you have very little animal protein in your diet. Make sure that you don't eat any like steak, no eggs, even nothing like that. Don't eat that because it'll make it harder for you to get fat. Go on a low saturated fat and a low cholesterol diet. So reduce your saturated fat intake. That means only have like seed oils, only have vegetable oil and olive oil and stuff like that. Never have butter, never have coconut oil, never have those things. Number 8 is high carb, high sugar. So with the soft drink, that's already high sugar, so just drink heaps of soft drink. But high carbs, have biscuits, chips all throughout the day. Number 9, have seed oils from fast food. So like go to McDonald's, go to KFC, go to Burger King, go to whatever you like and order anything. And you have like, they cook it all in seed oils. So that'll help you get as fat as possible really quickly. Number 10 is never see sunlight. Never have it on your skin. Make sure you're always wearing clothes or even sunscreen. Try to never always wear sunglasses outside. Never see the sun, alright? Never be too hot or too cold. Never be like uncomfortable temperature. Never be like shivering. Never be sweating. Try to keep yourself comfortable all the time. And then number 12, finally, use your phone really late at night. So just like when you're playing video games at 2 a.m. Also be scrolling, or if you stop playing video games, it gets boring. Just scroll on TikTok or Instagram. That's really good. So if you do all of those things, you will become as fat as biologically possible. Everything I just said is like perfect recipe to get as big and as fat as possible. So you could just reverse engineer that, because I know you don't want to get fat. No one does, because it causes 14 different types of cancer, and it makes you really unattractive, and it's just not good for your mental health either. So just reverse engineer that. So now we'll do that. Just to make it easy for you, you should never drink beer, never drink alcohol, always exercise every day, and especially intense exercise, because I hear all these motherfuckers talking about like walking, get 10,000 steps a day. That doesn't do shit, alright? It's not intense. It doesn't actually drive hormonal signals to burn fat, because it's just it's just very light exercise. So you're not going to actually be able to access fat when your body isn't working that hard. Alright? It's just like sitting on the couch, just you're moving a bit. Alright? Like it doesn't. But of course, walking's better than sitting, alright? So anyway, never get any sleep. or get very little sleep. So only like 3-4 hours a night max. Anything more than that would make you not, like, it would make it harder for you to get fat, right? So what you want to do is maximize your sleep, especially the quality, because that matters more than the precise amount of hours, but that still matters too. So really, like you've heard, 8 hours, whatever. If you hit that, very good. If you don't, at least maximize how deep the sleep was, how restoring it was. So ways to do that would be consistent bedtime. So lots of people will stay up late on weekends going partying or just playing video games because they don't have work or school. Some people will stay up late anyway, so never stay up late. You should be going to bed before 10 p.m. every night, okay? And you should be waking up at the same time pretty much every day, even on weekends, all right? Then, constant soft drink. That is the worst thing you could ever do. Never drink soft drink. Never be like sipping on any drink like that constantly, all right? Doesn't matter, even if it's like a cup of tea, like, sure, have one in the morning, or coffee, but don't be drinking it constantly, because it's not good for your insulin, alright? Number 5, biscuits and snacks. Once again, never have these, because that's just raising your insulin constantly, which is making you eat more biscuits. It keeps you hungrier, okay? And then more importantly, it prevents any form of fat burning. Every time you spike it, you're storing fat, alright? Like, that's basically what's happening. Same with the soft drink, because you're just ingesting sugar constantly, alright? That is the worst thing. Even if it's not sugar, even if it was something else, I wouldn't recommend. Always have proper meals, alright? Just have a big meal twice a day if you like, or 3 times a day, but hopefully, if your meals are big enough, you don't need 3. You can only have 2 or 1 even. So then, low saturated fat diet. Never do that. Always have high amounts of saturated fat in your diet, because that is the building blocks of hormones in your body, like androgens, which in men are particularly important, but even in women, estrogen, all that stuff, which is critical for their health, right? Because estrogen is like bad in males, right? You might have heard that, but for women, they should have lots of estrogen. So basically, if you cut out cholesterol and saturated fat, you'll tank the hormones, because they're literally made from it. Same with even vitamin D in your skin is made from cholesterol, okay? So you need to have lots of saturated fat and cholesterol, so just eat more eggs, butter, red meat. That's it, pretty much. If you have that, you'll be better off. You'll have lots of saturated fat. And trust me, it doesn't change your blood cholesterol. It doesn't really cause anything that could harm your heart health or anything like that. That's complete bullshit. Number 8, high carb, high sugar diet. Never do that, alright? Especially if you're trying to lose fat. Just like for optimal health, yeah, you need like fruit and honey and dairy as well. They help you reach optimal health, right? But if you're trying to lose fat right now, which you might be, then you shouldn't have any carbs. It should just be meat, eggs, butter, fish, like just animal food, cheese, nuts if you like, but that's it. Nothing else. Alright? Number 9, seed oils from fast food. If you do this, you're a fucking idiot, because seed oils is like, it's the penultimate, it's like the apex point, it's the spearhead of obesity. Because if you don't have the polyunsaturated linoleic acid from seed oils and vegetable oil, then it becomes incredibly hard to store fat, alright, in high amounts, okay? Because that's basically what stimulates your body. Like when you accumulate this stuff, because you accumulate it, it goes into your fat cells and it changes the structure of the membrane, which basically allows or makes it so that every time you do eat sugar, the sugar will just go straight into your fat cells. Alright, if you have a healthy metabolism and you don't have accumulation of linoleic acid in your cells, then the membrane should function properly with saturated fat and cholesterol that functions properly, so that when you have sugar from, like, you eat fruit, it shouldn't be bad for you. It just gets used in your muscles and your liver for glycogen, alright? It shouldn't be stored in fat, but it will be if you eat seed oils, alright? So never go to fast food. Seriously, never, ever. Never, never, never. Alright? There's so many other ways to get food. Like, that's like the rock bottom alternative. Never do that. Alright? Never say the sun or on your skin, okay? You have to expose yourself to sunlight, because that is how we were in nature. Alright? And it's so important for many different reasons. For your circadian rhythm, so you actually get high quality sleep. Alright? And for vitamin D. And vitamin D is a critical hormone for every function in your body. And if you want to lose fat or stay lean, then you have to you have to have healthy amounts of vitamin D and sunlight in your every single day, alright? Even if it's not sunny, still get outside and, like, see natural light, okay? Never be too hot or too cold. You should be exposing yourself to extreme temperatures, because this will help stimulate your body's responses, which will help you burn fat, alright? So cold exposure, heat exposure, so sauna, ice bath, they're good for helping you burn fat, both of them, but ice bath especially for, like, losing fat, okay? And lastly, never use your phone late at night. If you want to get really fat, then disturbing your sleep will help you become super fat, because your hormones will be out of whack. If you want high quality sleep, you can't be using your phone. You should put it down 2 hours before you go to bed. Alright, so if you go to bed at 10, then you should not be using your phone after 8. Alright? If you can follow that, it will be fairly easy for you to lose fat. Okay? But if you did what I told you first, like just do all those things, then you'll just get huge, alright? It's that simple, alright? Hope this helps. Good luck, bro.